Hello everyone. Today on the 6th of September, India has now completed 3 years of scrapping the Section 377. And on this quite special occasion, VH is here with Expressions of Pride, where we discuss several topics related to the LGBTQ plus community and their lives to inspire and spread awareness among all of us. So today we have a very special guest who is currently pursuing journalism and also working as a co-team member of the LGBTQ Chhattisgarh since 2019. Queergढ़ has been doing gender, sex, sexuality sensitization workshops at various institutions, organizations, and departments with the aim to be more visible and to make people aware of the LGBTQ+. They started this initiative. And Queergढ़ from the beginning has been working as a support for the people who are not having a support system and want a family who can understand them. They, as a team, are working to make our society safe and better place for queer individuals. And he also has a keen interest in graphic designing as well. Also loves traveling and photography. So, sir, I would like to ask a little about yourself. Like, what was the time when you were out of the closet, and when did you realize about your sexual orientation?
It's really difficult for me to actually clarify the age, but I was 9 when I started having confusion about my sexuality, about my interest. That okay, I am very much, I'm lacking interest in girls, but more interest in guys. The confusion started by 9, but I personally accepted myself when I was 16, and I declared myself as a queer individual. I was actually really confused at 16 also because I was unaware of the LGBTQ spectrum. I was in 10th or maybe 9th in that age. So I explored, I researched on Google what LGBTQ means, in fact, I actually did a quiz am I gay or not on over Google to, explore my sexuality, why I'm feeling like this and all. So I was 16 when I accepted myself.
Okay, it was very brave of you to self realize what was happening with you and your emotions. What we have observed is that people don't come out of the closet because of the fear of society, which leads to countless mental health issues. Like, did you face such a situation where you were troubled inside your head?
I guess even before my realization, I faced all of these things. I was very much feminine in my childhood, like since ever. By when I was 3, 4, 5, I used to love to do makeup. I used to wear bangles and all. So my family members used to like pinch me, like, "Are you a girl?" Like I had long hair, so my mom and my aunties used to do choti, like Ankit is having long hair. So yeah, I was feminine, and my family members, like cousins and all, they used to bully me like, "Okay, Ankit ladki hai, Ankit is a girl, Ankit is a girl." So this happened with my family. But growing up in school, I was, as I mentioned, I was feminine, and my classmates started bullying me while saying so many names like Ankit ladki hai, thakka hai, meetha hai, and so many names like this. Even my teachers didn't even leave me for that reason. My teachers started questioning my sexuality, where I expected support from them as well. So my teachers asked me like, Ankit, why are you so feminine in Hindi? तुम इतने ढीली दुकान पे रहती हो, इतने हिलते डुलते क्यों हो, ऐसे मटक मटक के क्यों चलते हो? My teachers asked me this. फिर उसने पूछा, my teacher asked me, like, do you live with transgenders? क्या तुम किन्नरों के साथ रहते हो? And this was the question came from my teacher, not from my classmates. So I faced way too much bullying since my childhood, since ever actually, from family members to cousins to classmates to teachers. So yeah, but you know what? I was fearing about myself, about my identity. What if I actually am at that age? I was unaware of the LGBTQ spectrum, so I was fearing. What will happen if I come out to be a gay or something bisexual or queer? So I used to fake myself to be a real man in front of the world, in front of my classmates, in front of my cousins. I used to fake myself that no, I'm a man, I have to be like this and that, I have to be masculine, not feminine. So yeah, I had to face so much of bullying.
I can definitely picture that. So, how was the process of them accepting you? Like, was it a long process that they went through, or they were pretty accepting?
journey of acceptance is really, filled with struggle. I attempted suicide, like for bullying thing, for almost 8 times, I guess. 8 times I attempted suicide. But you know what? Later I felt, why I am attempting it, why I am doing it, why I cannot just simply accept myself the way I am. I question myself again and again and again, because my mom and dad both were working persons. So I used to live alone in my house while they were at work. So I used to think myself about myself, that why you are unable to accept yourself. Why is this even a matter to, like, question yourself for someone else? If they are doubting you, then why you are doubting yourself? So it took me 2 or 3 years to identify my sexuality. Okay, I finally accepted it after 2 to 3 years. By standard class 12, I accepted myself as queer individual, and it was a long journey, questioning, confusion, lots of fight with myself. Actually, I had to fight for with myself. Okay, sometimes I used to feel like, no, no, I cannot be like this, because societal pressure. Society was, I was unaware of it. I was unaware of LGBTQ. My family was, I belongs to the middle class family, so it like no one even knows what LGBTQ is in the middle class family. They don't even talk about it. They don't even think about it. So no one used to talk about that thing. So I feared what will happen if my family gets to know about me, about my sexuality, that I'm way too different from them, way too different from my classmates. What will happen? But leaving all that behind, I finally accepted, and in publicly in society, I accepted myself after 12th class, when I came to Raipur, Chhattisgarh, for college and graduation. I came to myself.
I totally understand. So, moving on to the next question. In what way being queer has made you stronger?
Okay, this is really something about me. People say, do not categorize yourself. Either you be gay, either you be bisexual, either lesbian, either transgender. But why you are being queer? People question me this. But what I think is, being queer is totally free. You get the freedom to be whatever. You are not categorizing yourself under some category, specific category, whether gay, bisexual, trans, or lesbian, anything. Being queer made me strong in the way I want to live, in whatever way I want to look. So the queer made me strong in all these ways. It made me feel myself. It made me it provided me the freedom that I always wanted. Suppose I wanted to wear nail paints, but what if I'm identifying as a gay, but people say that gay men cannot wear nail paints. If even if a gay man is wearing nail paints, some people are unable to accept the thing, that thing, that okay, he is a feminine gay. Let's just stay away from that person. So people are homophobic, but there are more femphobic in the community, or what should I say, in the society. It's fine to be like a homosexual, but it's not fine to be a femme, queer, for some individuals, or should I say the society. Yeah.
Okay, so that is truly amazing. Moving on to the next question. So, like when it comes to describing the LGBTQ plus community, why do you think the word pride in particular is used, and what does pride mean to you?
Pride basically is us only. We are our pride, and if we are accepting ourselves publicly or to ourselves, then it's pride. It's freedom. It's all about pride. Is all about freedom. The way you live, you are not compromising your life for someone else. You're not doubting yourself for someone else, whether they are pushing you or not, but you are accepting yourself. You are loving yourself, and this is what pride means. Do not do not doubt yourself for someone who is questioning you. This is, pride is all about us only.
That is so great. Now, what we have observed is there's a lack of awareness about various aspects of the LGBTQ plus community, due to which there's a lot of preconceived notions about it. Like, if we take an example, people say, like, people have a perception that gay people are the same as transgender. Like, have you seen or personally got yourself in such a situation?
Okay, exactly. I was as I belong to a small town. My hometown is really small, and I was feminine. So my masi used to call me बचपन से that अंकित बहुत लड़की की तरह चलता है, अंकित हिजड़ा है. So, but I am not identifying as a transgender or hijra. I am identifying myself as a queer male. उनको transgenders के कैटेगरी में डाल दिया जाता है. Just it's all about the lack of awareness, lack of knowledge. Because जब तक knowledge नहीं रहेगी किसी चीज की, लोगों को पता नहीं चलेगा कि वो क्या चीज है, क्या टर्म है. Like even if I am identifying as a queer, but मुझे queer का मतलब नहीं पता, then what should I say about queer? What will I call the queer is? So basically,
Right.
the knowledge matters. If people are having the knowledge and are aware of the spectrum, are aware of the term, what different things are being called, what different things meanings are, then they will not discriminate in such things. It happens due to the lack of awareness and knowledge.
Right. Oh, like I totally get it. Like, moving on to the next question. What are the privileges that have been provided by the government for the LGBTQ plus community? According to you, are they enough?
I guess I should say no, a clear no. गवर्नमेंट से जो भी फैसिलिटीज मिल रही हैं उसमें इंक्लूडिंग एलजीबीटीक्यू बहुत कम है. एक्सक्लूडिंग टी, टी के लिए काम हो रहा है टू गवर्नमेंट. टी के लिए फैसिलिटीज आ रही हैं, टी के लिए पॉलिसीज आ रही हैं, बट जो एल जी बी क्यू आई ए हो हैं वो कहीं पीछे, दे आर बीइंग एक्सक्लूडेड. while if you are talking about the policies from the government, ट्रांसजेंडर्स के लिए बहुत सारे पॉलिसीज आ रहे हैं आजकल. देर आर नंबर्स ऑफ पॉलिसीज, बट जो एलजीबी के लिए है वो अभी तक आफ्टर 377 स्क्रैपिंग, वो अभी तक फील्ड नहीं आया है वो सारी चीजें. अभी तक लोग क्रिमिनल की नजर से ही देख रहे हैं. भले वो डिस्क्रिमिनलाइजेशन हो चुका है, बट अभी भी एलजीबीक्यू को एक क्रिमिनल की नजर से देखा जा रहा है. लोग सोचते हैं कि जो ट्रांसजेंडर्स होते हैं वो तो किन्नर हैं, वो तो हिजड़ा हैं, उनसे आशीर्वाद लेंगे. लेकिन जो एलजीबीक्यू होते हैं वो तो किसी में नहीं आते हैं, ना थर्ड जेंडर में आएंगे, ना ऐसा लोगों का मानना है, ना थर्ड जेंडर में आते हैं, ना हिजड़ा है वो. क्या है फिर वो? फिर या so if you are talking about the policies from the government, only the transgenders are being provided the policies and facilities, but they are LGBTQ are lacking all the facilities from the government, and it's a clear no.
Okay, so what more privileges do you think that should be provided by the government for the LGB?
Um, we are not demanding so much from the government, but at least please provide us the marriage rights, equal marriage rights, because if you are, this is for the government, if you are legalizing homosexuality in the name of social work, maybe, what should I say, social work? Yeah, social work. आप समाज सेवा के नाम पे आप homosexual को legal कर रहे हो, but you are not legalizing the same-sex marriages, then what that even matter? आप हमारे ऊपर कोई एहसान नहीं कर रहे हो लीगल करके, होमोसेक्सुअलिटी को लीगल करके. क्या आप वी एक्चुअली क्वेश्चन दिस फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट. क्या ही कारण था आपका कि आप सिर्फ होमोसेक्सुअलिटी को लीगल करो लेकिन होमोसेक्सुअल मैरिजेस को लीगल मत करो? इसमें तो हमें कोई लॉजिक भी नहीं दिखता है. सो वी वांट सेम सेक्स मैरिज राइट्स प्लस एडॉप्शन राइट्स एज वेल फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट. We are not demanding so much. We are just demanding two things from the government.
I see. So, what we have come across is there are a lot of same sex couples who are fighting against the odds of society and trying to live their lives happily. And in India, the status of same sex couples isn't recognized. Despite that, we see so many people on social media who are settling down and also want to have kids, which is basically having a family. What do you think about this, and why is it taking so much time to recognize the problems of the community?
it's it's all from the government. Government is not allowing us to, adopt, to even marry. So in my contact, in my circle, I have so many gay couples. I have so many bisexual couples as well, and lesbian couples as well. But they are currently living. They are into living in relationships. They are settling as living in relationships, but they want to marry, but they are unable to marry just because it is not legal yet. So they want to adopt, but they are not having the legal rights. So they are happy. They are happy. It's not like that they are not happy together right now. They are happy. They are living life, their life. Their families are happy as they have already accepted them. But it's all about the rights, legal rights that they are not having right now. So by then, government will allow us to marry or even adopt and start a family like a normal heterosexual family. We have to deal with all of these struggles. We have to be like this only. We have to be, you know, अगर हम एक couple भी हैं, it is normal now. It is normal these days. We are being a couple. We are being a gay couple these days. It is normal. But अगर हमारे पास शादी करने का वो लीगल राइट ही नहीं रहे तो फिर हमारे रिश्ते का वो जो एक आइडेंटिटी होती है, हमारी आइडेंटिटी तो हमारे पास है, बट वो रिश्ते की जो आइडेंटिटी होती है, हमारे रिलेशन की जो आइडेंटिटी होती है, वो एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करती फिर, अगर लीगल ही नहीं है कुछ. So yeah, we are hoping for the better future. अभी तो सिर्फ डेट्स ही डेट्स चेंज हो रहे हैं फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट. जो हियरिंग्स हो रही हैं सेम सेक्स मैरिजेस को लेके, अभी सिर्फ डेट्स पे डेट्स आई हैं. और जो फाइनल डिसीजन रहा, रिस्पॉन्स रहा एक्चुअली फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट वाज रियली डिसअपॉइंटिंग, बिकॉज होमोसेक्सुअल मैरिजेस वो इंडियन कल्चर में नहीं आता है एंड ये सारी चीज़ों को इंडियन कल्चर को मिटा देंगी, ऐसा रिस्पॉन्स रहा. तो वी आर होपिंग फॉर द बेस्ट.
Okay, I get your point. And like there are a lot of men and women who may be bisexual or homosexual, but are still married to a person of the opposite sex, irrespective of their will or out of societal pressure. So, like, what do you suggest these people should do?
It's really a difficult question because it's about their personal life. Whatever they are doing is and within the boundaries of their personal life. We are no one to tell. We are just here to like we can just simply advise them what to do and what not, but we are no one to change their life or change someone's relation. If someone is having if someone is, for example, if someone is married with a lady, a gay guy married with a lady, but still in a physical relationship with other men, then that is wrong. You are actually cheating that lady whom you have married. So this is wrong. Um, be with the one person you have married. It was your decision to marry. No one has forced you. It was your decision. Well, Indian families pressurize their children, their you know, yeah, children to marry to a girl unknowingly because in India people fear to come out to their families, come out to be as gay in their families, just to be, like they can, their family can disown them. They, as in the queer people, have to marry uh, heterosexual girls or heterosexual men. So it's wrong. If you are with someone, you should not be seeing some other men or women while you are being in a married life. Yeah.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. So, like today, homosexuality and queer identities may be acceptable to much Indian youths than before, but within the boundaries of families and schools, acceptance still remains a constant struggle for the LGBTQ plus people. I have heard of people coming out of the closet and declaring to their families that they are not the person their family expected them to be. So, what are your thoughts on this? Like, do you have any suggestions to overcome this struggle of acceptance?
Okay. मैं अपना ही example देता हूँ इसमें simply.
Sure.
As I earlier mentioned, I was feminine. I was way too much feminine in my childhood. So that my masi, like, she used to call me Hijra. Bachpan mein, when I was 3, 4, 5 years old. And she knew that time. But she is in the denial phase that, oh no, Ankit cannot be this or that. Even after, like, while I was 10 or 12, I was feminine that time as well. So my cousins used to call me Ankit, लड़की है लड़की है लड़की है. फिर भी उनको realize नहीं हुआ कि I am different. Okay, leaving that, moving now, my family knows that I am working for the LGBTQ, whether I haven't came out to my family yet, but they are aware that I am working with the transgender people, I am working with the third gender community, I am working with the LGBTQ community, and I am wearing nail pins, I am wearing nose pins, and they are in the denial phase again. No, Ankit cannot be this. Even after knowing all the things, they don't want to accept. They know things about me. They are aware of my sexuality, but they do not want to accept me. And these things happens in the Indian society. These things happen in the Indian middle class family. Basically, they fear समाज क्या कहेगा. They fear हमारे पड़ोसी क्या कहेंगे. They fear what. See, I'm wearing nail paints right now, but I cannot wear my nail paints when I am at my hometown with just a fear that others will judge. My mom and my dad has to listen like बगल वाले क्या कहेंगे, फिर वो चीज उनके साथ होगी कि अंकित is wearing nail paint. फिर मुझे तो नहीं सुनना पड़ेगा because I don't live at my hometown, but my mom and dad has to bear with that. So these are the things that are happening and pounding people,
Right.
and limitations.
Right, right, right. Okay, so now that we have come to the end of this interview, what message would you like to give to the students of our college who will eventually move to the corporate world? Like, if they come across a particular colleague who is a part of the community, what kind of pride heterosexuals must hold in having a friend from the community?
Before giving any suggestions or to the students, I would like to give some other suggestions, like to the queer people. If you are identifying yourself as queer, then be free. Stop fearing others because there's this some. I will be using some bad word right now. Uh, just be some more bitchy. Like you are really awesome and you are different and unique in your own way. They are not paying your bills. Why you're feeling society? Why you're feeling others? Your parents are providing your bills, giving you bills. Just come out to your parents rather than coming out to others, neighbors, society, or cousins, someone, a rishtadar. Do not come out to anyone. Just come out to your parents, mom, dad, whosoever you are living with. They mean to you, not others. So believe in yourself, accept yourself. And now, to the students of VIT, if you gonna work in a corporate space or maybe in some other workplace, this conversation, if you see someone who is identifying as LGBTQIA plus, or you feel like someone is different, simply in the first look, ask their pronouns. It's really important to ask someone's pronouns. And if you are unable to identify who they, she, he might be, just simply ask their name. If they are not sharing their pronouns, then just simply call them with their names. This is the first thing you have to do while working at some corporate space. And again, the another thing is like some I have seen this in Chhattisgarh. There are some spaces, workplaces, where people has to be more masculine. If they are feminine, if they love to wear nail paints, queer males, they love to wear nail paints or or want to have long hair, but they have to maintain that masculinity while working. But masculinity, yeah, compromising all the makeup thing and nail paints and long hairs and the feminine dresses, they have to wear something masculine if they are feminine. So if you are working in a corporate space, make other queer people comfortable. Talk to them. Learn their life stories. Listen to them. Listen to their stories. They will definitely gonna open up to you. And yeah, there's nothing more to do. Just ask their pronouns and make them comfortable. Be their friends. That's all.
Okay, sir. So thank you so much for having this wonderful session with us. It was great to have you here. VET supports the LGBTQ plus community through various such campaigns each year in order to spread awareness about it. So yeah, thank you so much, sir.